Ba-bam, ba-bam, bam, bam. We are live. Hello.
Oh, are we live already?
We are already live. There we go. Can you hear us? Mic check, mic check. Sound good? Hello.
Do I come through? Am I coming
my
through?
boy come through? Hello, everyone. Volume good. We
Cool.
love to hear it.
Cool.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Very good night. So, some say one of the best. I don't know if you've heard. Hello, nice to see you. Herzlich willkommen bis zum Weihnachtsstream.
Hjärtligt välkomna till julströmmen allihopa.
Welcome to the Christmas stream. Hello, nice to see you all. It's me.
It's been too long.
It really has been too long, as usual. We always say that, and it's always true. So here we are again, and it's still true. Confirmed for remaining true. My name is Jorb, or my name is actually Björn. This is Frederick.
Or Loftar.
Or Loftar, or Jorb.
Or
we
DJ
are
Loftar.
Yeah, DJ Loftar, the dynamic duo, developer duo behind Haven Hearth. So, which is an open world crafting, permadeath, full loot PvP type game, in case you haven't heard of it. But I assume you have heard of it since you're here. So very nice to see you. I hope.
I do wonder how many new people we actually have watching on stream ever.
Yeah, that's a very good question, isn't it?
You always present us as if people know nothing about us, and I wonder to what extent that's true. I mean, I get it. I'm not complaining. I'm just wondering.
I think it's good form to present us as if people are watching this for the first time.
Yep.
Volume up. Is your volume too quiet? Couldn't you turn it up, friend? I'll turn it up a little bit here. Maybe that's better.
That better?
Is that better? We'll try that. All right. Saw someone in the chat earlier being awfully excited about new birds. So unfortunately, we have no new bird for them tonight.
Not tonight.
That is clearly a mistake on my part, I would argue.
Certainly.
We have.
On the other hand, perhaps you haven't discovered the goshawk yet.
Yeah, I think the goshawk has been discovered. But
yeah. I mean, I'm sure it has been discovered by someone.
Yeah, for sure. There is a new burb confirmed with World 16.1. We dropped a new burb, of course. No new world is really complete, I feel, without a new proper burb implementation.
Verily.
How would you even get to the new world except by flying there on the wings of a new burb? That is, I think, logic is fairly irrefutable on that point, at least. So no new burb tonight, but I actually, unironically, I've found that every time I join a new world and play around, I am actually pretty satisfied with all the burbs. I kind of like that we have a broad spectrum of burb representation. I think there are actually several obvious burbs that are still missing. Ravens, for example.
Yes, well, of course, but that's perhaps a bit of a special case since it also needs to be ominous.
That is true.
It wouldn't be a raven without being ominous.
That is true.
But it is always fun to find, even now, the bullfinches or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
The only consistent complaint I've had about the birds is that I think they should somehow be more meaningful in feasting and food crafting in some way. I feel they are somewhat misrepresented in there, I guess, but not sure exactly what to do about that.
Verily. So first order of business tonight is that we are going to drop the big patch ball.
The big patch.
Boom! The big patch. We're going to be dropping the big patch tonight. There will be a patch tonight, which we are going to drop. So maybe...
Can you guys add the purple thatching?
It's funny you should mention that.
Indeed, isn't it?
Alright, so should we just bring ye old server
I guess it's time to just wall the servers, right?
Yeah, let's wall them up, man. I'll do a little login here. Play as Father Christmas. We got five minutes, 5 monthsies, y'all, until we be dropping that patch. I I need the resources to be on the new server baked and ready before I post the patch notes. I think it's best that way because otherwise
There are
cool
missing
hats-
images.
Exactly, the cool hats will be displayed as broken images, and
Right.
absolutely
No one likes that.
hate to see that. In fact,
Did you push the store changes, by the way?
yes,
Yes,
that's
good.
way ahead of you, fam. So, Snellefant says, Jorb, make a hat on stream, please. Yes, I will. Show us your base. I'm actually going to try, I think, to log into my base from World 16. See what's left of it, if anything. You probably noticed that, like, sometime during the spring, we pushed a fair amount of changes to make decay on old bases significantly more graceful.
Right.
And that was in large part provoked by me logging into my World 16 base, finding it in a very dilapidated state,
Right.
which I found to be unfortunate, and hence I hope the sound from the game is good as well, such that we don't have too much noise going on. We also have a fan going on in the background here because it's going to turn into a literal sauna in here.
Especially with these are actually quite warm.
Yes,
And they are quite cozy.
Yes, quite cozy. We can hear the fan. Should we turn the fan off? Is the fan bothering you all? Or maybe this is just a ruse to have us enter fully into sauna mode. I think that is. It's getting hot in here. I'm not a fan of the fan. All right, we'll turn it off briefly here.
You can perhaps turn it down.
No, we'll turn it off. We'll be there we go. Yeah, exactly. That's what it sounds like. We'll turn it off. We'll do sauna for y'all. It's better, much better. That's nice. All right.
How unfortunate.
Much better for you. Archeolog says, "Hey guys, nice to see you alive. Nice to see you alive as well, Archeolog. We've been. It's been an interesting year.
Hasn't it?
It's been a wild one. Don't really have too many excuses. I think what kind of happened is that we were like, at least during the fall, we were always like, all right, but we'll announce the new world next week, right? And then it was like next week, right? And then we kind of just suddenly it was December
or kind of like that.
very late in the year at least. So, but here we are, and now we have the new world up, and reasonably well received, I thought.
Yeah, it's a good question, to be quite honest. I don't quite know how to evaluate it yet myself. I mean, obviously we had fewer people than in ordinary reason, but I think that was to be expected, surely.
Yeah, that was definitely to be expected. That was my expectation, at least, that we would have fewer people playing
Indeed.
and whatnot. And so we're not too unhappy about that. We'll see what we do next year, but I think we have mentally at least committed to not repeating the success story that was 2025. Because, that was a bit much. We should have a unique cave graphics for the mountains.
This is true.
Here.
We still don't have that.
Unique cave graphics for mountains. Hadn't thought about that. Cordigus says, I'm actually making it to a stream. Love to see it, Cordigus. Very welcome. Faithful to Ad says, hello JNL, first time catching a stream live. I love your game. Merry Xmas and much love. I greatly enjoy the talking toads everywhere. Yeah, there's been
that's been weird, to be quite honest. I didn't notice in previous worlds quite as much they being so common. I do wonder what's even up with that, to be quite honest.
I have no idea, fam. Do they somehow maybe inspect the existing quest giver pool to determine if they should spawn or something?
Not sure, honestly.
Could it be
because, like I said, I can't say I noticed them being quite this common in previous worlds, right?
No, I don't think they were. There are a lot of toads now.
There are a lot of toads, indeed.
Significant amount of toads. I enjoyed the toads as well. I think the toads are pretty cool, but I think...
Yes, but they should not be this common.
No, they should definitely not be this common.
I think I know like 10 toads in one tree.
Yeah, for sure, me too. I don't know if I think I know like one tree.
Did they shut down?
Faster world caused there to be so many beehives, like 6 to 12 per grid. Yeah, the wild beehives. I don't know. I don't think the speed of the world should impact that.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't know. The Swedes, t-shirts and fans in December. They're probably melting from global warming. It's not a joke, my friend. It is. I mean, we've been like 8 degrees Celsius here, so the global warming is a thing now. We're not loving it, are we?
Well, I mean, the reasoning can perhaps be debated, but it hasn't been. But today has been.
Yeah, it's been a little bit chillier today, a little bit nippy in the air. We love to see it. Piotr 54 asks, hey, asking again, do you guys have any plans on changing Cave Hermit Credo on account for currently open cave levels? That's an interesting one. Credo related to currently available cave levels. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I suppose they probably ask you to go down pretty deep, so that could be a thing, perhaps. There's also a bit of a touch and go balance there, because I also don't want to make it.
It shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't necessarily be easier to do cave hermit just because you're playing early in the world, right?
Exactly. So there's that.
I think the resources should be done by now.
The resources, man, they're up and running. When you preview the posts, they appear to be. Boom! I've posted them mad patch notes, y'all. We're hoping that they are accurate. I'm gonna show them to you here briefly, momentarily. I'm just gonna do some administrivia first. Namely, change the old. Where even is that? This one shouldn't be. This one should be a standard topic, y'all. Surveyor's Delight was still sticky than the announcements.
I told you this even when we put up the World 16.1 post.
Goodness me.
Indeed.
That was.
I say.
That was my
I
bad.
say.
He told me, but could I act on that? No, I could not. I was physiologically incapable of acting on that. Boom! Here we go. Let's go. I'm gonna show you a little bit here on stream. I think. Damn, that's slow. Here we go. Boom. Let's see, y'all. So, added the ability to ride primitive sleds. Pull it to the top of a high hill and bombs away. That is the key thing here. That you can ride sleds now. And arguably, it should only be possible to ride sleds on snow, but we actually made it so that you can ride sleds anywhere. So,
which is a bit weird, but we thought it would be, at the very least, be fitting for Christmas.
Yeah. So,
given that we can't really have winter in the game at this point anyway.
Exactly. At least not in 16.1.
Then we might perhaps let that persist, but
yeah,
we'll see.
There's a big debate There's not much of a debate, but we should make it so that the in-game calendar is automatically adjusted to fit the real-world calendar.
But this time, obviously, with the time of year that we launched the world, that wasn't really on the cards too.
Very much so. K. Daniel 2 says Russians can't log in without a VPN again. Is there a way to fix this?
Has this happened again, really?
You need to post your details to this man, because we haven't done anything to complicate this for you.
I do see at least a lot of Russians being able to log in thanks to what they did last time.
So, not on account of us. So but post deets to this guy. We don't mind you logging in and playing our game.
For sure.
But where were we? Yes. And then we added a primitive backpack extension. A simple piece of equipment.
To pull the servers back up.
Yeah. Go right ahead. The servers need to go way up, and everything needs to be just boom. There we go. There we go. Are they up?
They are up.
All right. You can peruse this at your own pleasure and leisure. There are some new cool hats here. We did the cookie cap, the gingerbread crown, and the chimney stovepipe.
Oh yeah, I should dole those out, right?
Yeah. And all bronze, silver, and gold subs have gotten a couple of freebies. So that's nice, and yeah, there's some other nonsense here as well that you can read at your own pace. But mentioning purple thatching, we added mound wood bow, a wood bow picked from mound trees. What do you know? That's great. There was a really nice little thread there about it should be easier to live the life of a perfect cave hermit. And there is no string, there are no bows. I didn't act on the string. Again, could I act on that? No, I could not. I needed to act on the bow thing because that was more fun, so I did that. But yeah, we're gonna log in and do some sled done. Some sled done we're gonna be doing. We'll see if it's fun. I need to make myself a sled, and I have these nice little cheats. We're just gonna write it, see what happens. Woo-hoo-hoo! I hit the boulder. We're gonna pull it up a little further and see if we can't get a better run here. Let's see. This is still going up, right? Yep.
The only real question is now, I guess, is lift systems when.
Lift systems when. This is nice. We have a really good one here, guys. This is awesome. We can still go further up. I don't know. We'll try it from here.
Ridges are also a thing to be.
Yeah, ridges can complicate this. We'll see how this goes. We'll ride the sled. Yee! I need to readjust. But so this is not terribly. Ooh, it would be kind of cool if I could actually control the sled a little bit.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. It would also be really cool if I could actually fly off the ridges.
Yes, I know, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
There are complications.
There are complications here. But here we go. Hit another ridge. But so this is not terribly important, but we thought it was a little bit fun. Because I imagine you guys can build cool ski slopes and stuff. This could be a thing for the Haven Olympics 2026 coming to you real soon. There we go. That was a good one. We got a good one, team. We got a real good one.
There we go. The hats have been doled out.
The hats have been doled out. That's sweet. Y'all have your hats. And the Snuggle Snail is concerned about the PvP implications of this. We'll see we'll see how.
I mean, I did wonder about that, I guess, but I also imagined that given that it's kind of one way, I didn't really imagine it would be that much of a thing.
I think if you're skilled enough to use the sled in PvP, maybe that's cool, right? Maybe that could be a thing. That was not a good one, team. We didn't get a good one.
That should have been quite obvious, I think.
Obvious to you, maybe, but not obvious to me. So this is one of the things that we did. I'm gonna love you guys from 8th World. Have lots of thoughts that can be useful, but in doubt someone will read. I will try to read. The chat has been moving reasonably quickly here. Zented69 says PvP needs more skill-based variables. Yes.
You're not wrong.
You're probably not wrong. Not that I would really be the one to know, but Grandma Gumjob says, I started on World 16 and would like to buy old hats, but I'm not a fan of just giving some random a bunch of tokens, sell them on the Steam Marketplace. Yeah, it's been an ongoing debate. We've kind of...
and I don't think it's really much of a debate even. I think the Steam Marketplace integration is more or less underway.
Oh, right, the Steam Marketplace. Yeah, that's a thing, right.
Okay.
That could be a thing. Yeah, Snail, that's going to be really effective in PvP. That what I just did right there, that's going to be fucking crushing it. Oh, no, sorry. Didn't mean to pick that up. So, it's even worse.
Well, it's not going to be very effective in PvP for you, at least.
Exactly. Skill issue. I don't doubt that it's a skill issue. Let's see, let's go up the mountain and try this one more time. And then we're going to move on to the World 16 servers and check out some nonsense there as well. I was thinking that maybe must resist urge to terraform perfect sled slope here.
Mm-hmm. I imagine this would be something for Dakin indeed.
Yeah, exactly. You all have your work cut out for you now, making the.
I mean, I think you already built a pyramid in World 16.
Yeah, for sure. You can do like a bobsleigh. What's that movie called? Cool Runnings, I think. Where
sure
Jamaica has a bobsled team.
I don't think I've heard of that one, to be honest.
It's quality 80s-ish movie. Boom. Sweet. Let's see. Can you please look into archery damage not scaling on offensive stats but being diminished on defensive stats? Also, the change last world to being unable to move while shooting is horrible. My experience over these past, like, soon to be 20 years of building this game is that archery is in one of two states. Either it's brokenly good or it's useless. And maybe we are on the useless arc right now, and maybe we should move. Maybe it's the season where we should move into the useful.
The useful arc?
Exactly, the useful arc. Maybe we should have a useful arc. Maybe that could be fun. But I've found generally that it's kind of difficult to balance it such that it's useful but not broken.
Indeed.
And I think the routing you in place there was an attempt on our part to make it so that you actually gave something meaningful up in terms of movement and like character placement during.
That being said, I'm not sure what he's referring to, because I think you were always routed the place while shooting. Are we talking about the fixed you shooting from boats, from mounts?
No, I think he's referring to, like, because now you're rooted even while the hourglass is counting down to you actually find.
Surely that was always the case.
No, we changed something to that relatively recently.
The only thing I remember changing is not being able to shoot while moving on as a passenger.
It's all a blur to this guy.
There's been a few changes. I can never remember where we're at the moment, because this is, I mean, again, PvP is not something that we are exactly directly involved in, let's say.
Exactly, which is unfortunate. We should.
It is, but it also kind of is what it is, right?
I think I posted the patch notes to Steam now as well, so we have them on Steam now as well. So that's nice. We got that covered. So yeah, we did the sleds and we did the. I'm just gonna demonstrate a little bit. There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect, just like we drew it up. Chat. We'll move the log cabin over here, and we'll inspect that, and we'll notice that it indeed has 0, 1, 2, and then boom, there you go. I thought it turned out okay-ish. Maybe a bit conceptually close to tar sticks, but tar sticks are black and this is actually purple, so
it's fairly different. I mean, I would assume it's also not shiny.
Yeah. Nova Cuck asks, what's the progress of Oko?
That's a good question, isn't it? I've been working mostly on other things technically this year. I spent a fair bit of time optimizing the server. Now, of course, this particular world, new world, we didn't necessarily get to see a whole lot of how far that raised the ceiling of performance, I guess.
But you did do some nice things.
Indeed.
Tell the people, what did you do? What did you redo?
Well, I mean, the specific optimization details, I think, are a bit too technical to be interesting on stream. But apart from that, I also I don't know if anyone noticed, but I also had an encryption to the protocol.
Sure, I'll restart by my Hearthfire instead. We'll see what's up. Goodness me, what took it? Here we go. Here are the sad remains of what used to be my base. So, for those of you who want to see it or come visit, we are hereabouts. So the idea was always to This used to be a much more glorious place than it is currently. Bunkerton, goodness me, some old flags and shit are still up. You'd love to see that. Getting really poor performance here.
Indeed. Seems to commonly be a thing while streaming, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I thought it had to do with the turning up the whatchamacallit, the
render scale.
Yeah, exactly, the render scale. But that apparently hasn't helped too much here. But yeah, I had a really, really good run at the start of World 16. Started off real strong. As you can see, I got to like metal. I made some sort of bronze sword here, and we were down mining and shit. We were miners and shit. So yeah, here's my smelting operation. Did all of this by myself. Yes, sir. we were. I wonder how far I actually got. I think I got like, yeah, exactly. Okay, so I got this far, not very far then. I think this is someone else who's come through, I think. Or, because I don't think I built this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
No, indeed, I think this mine hole is mine as well. I built this one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. This makes sense. And then I ended up down here. Yeah, exactly. Because this is cool. I think I planted these. And because it was kind of cool, like I came down here and there's this metal here. Wine glands, exactly. So I ended up here, and then there was this kind of cool river here, which I used to have a boat here. I don't now, of course, because I haven't played in like a year. But yeah, there was this mine, and then over here there's a rock crystal. So I had my own private rock crystal here, which I thought was nice. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Had a lot of fun. But then I kind of gave it up for like a month or two, and then when I came back, like the outer palisade had like decayed away already, and we were in troubles. Not much remained, and that was sad. Made me sad. So that's when we did some changes to like, you know, the livestock lies down rather than die instantly, and we changed some aspects of the decay mechanic such that like stuff under the claim doesn't start decaying until the claim itself is decayed away.
Right.
All that stuff.
Right, indeed.
So,
the changes.
but then I was kind of black-pilled on this world anyway, so I didn't pick it up. But yeah, I did. It was one of my best efforts in a fairly long while, I think. I started miner here, completed fisherman, forager, mystic, and quarryman. So that was nice. So I assume the chat is blowing up with like me being a noob and whatnot, and they're not wrong. But yeah, this was what we did. This was how we played at World 16, and thought that was really fun. Would show you my World 16.1 base, but doing so feels like it could be detrimental.
Indeed.
But I've been playing a fair amount of World 16.1 as well, so I'm active. I'm out there. I'm doing things. We're actually playing together now.
For the first time ever in building this game.
Yeah, exactly. So this is actually, unironically, through all the worlds we've played, we've always said that, you know, maybe we should play together and actually play this as a multiplayer game. But that has never materialized. So so here we are. Here we are indeed. Yeah, I don't recall my quality, but these look nice. There's like Q41 tree planters pots here. I suppose the world has moved way past that now, but it was fun while it lasted. So yeah.
Is that a palm tree coop?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. So yeah, I think I had the entire like inner section walled off here. So where this line goes, I think yeah, exactly. You can see the terraforming here. There used to be a palisade going all the way, snaking all the way around here. So I had like I had an inner palisade covering like this area, and then after that I expanded to this outer area as well. And then the longer term goal that I had in mind was obviously to wall in the little lake here, which is one of the plays I like to make.
The little pond, actually.
Yes, exactly.
as
Perhaps a pond is a more accurate description. But I thought it was a kind of a cute pond because it actually has a little bridge of shallow ground stretching across it like this. So I thought this was some pretty primo real estate right here, I thought. And walling it off seemed doable. Never actually amounted to being done, but yeah. It was good stuff, good stuff. So this is what we did. This is how I played it. And you can observe that I killed a bee queen. That's also one of my accomplishments. I cleared both a bee dungeon and an ant dungeon. So I'm proud of that. I have in the past soloed beaver dungeons as well, but I didn't do that this world. So that's been a long time since I did that, I can add. So, yeah, but things were going great until they weren't, and here we are, amid the ruins, the decay of what used to be a base. It was really neat. Like, the village idol was here, and I had my little stone hut set up here. There was a stone hut right about there, I think. No, right about there, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
I think these chests used to be inside the stone.
All right, and the mannequin is gone, right?
Yes, the mannequin is unfortunately gone. That's a real shame. But I noticed that there was a dead guy over here. So maybe, because there is something. Can you do it? Can you do it with these guys? Do you need a full skull?
I don't think so. Not sure.
I think you maybe do. Obje. Can't into spelling. So I don't know if you've noticed this. No, you need a full skeleton. Damn it. You can't place the skeletons on the mannequins. That was an Easter egg that we added way back when. So I don't know if you've noticed. I haven't seen anyone actually posting about that. So if you haven't noticed, then yes, that's a thing.
Now it has finally been exposed.
Yes, we have exposed it. So if you take out the normal dummy doll, then you can actually... I'm actually going to show you all something even... Hello, sir. Yeah, wave. I'll wave to you. Hello. So I'm going to show you something even better. I'll be gender 2. And then we shall see what happens when I gradually reveal myself to you. No.
Ooh, what?
Quite hot, isn't it? So I'll have to do cam bad for this one, but yeah. It is actually possible to be a skeleton as well. So that was kind of fun. That was a fun thing we added. I don't know. We've discussed actually using it for something, but we haven't yet. Yeah, I'm thinking like on Dia de los Muertos.
No, right.
The Day of the Dead. Everyone should be a skeleton on the Day of the Dead, I thought, but we haven't done that yet. But yeah, you can be a skeleton. We actually bound the. No, I'm not going to spar with you, sir. I'm way too. I wouldn't want to embarrass myself. I'm going to hop on my actual Jorb character, and then we're gonna just hop around, I figure. So if anyone has any cool Bazors or such that you want to show us, want to show off, then you can maybe post some. There we go. Loop Trip asking again, are we ever going to let male and female Hearthlings to have a kid that can be used as an NPC for bot type works? Yes, and which can be led away in slavery when your base is raided and sold on the markets in Constantinople. No, I don't think that's
on the cards quite at this moment.
no, I don't think that's really also like butchering Hearthlings when
And then they devouring their flesh, so on and so forth.
yeah, exactly. There's lots of good content, lots of good OC content that we haven't.
When are we getting a sauna? Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but
But it's a sauna in here. I actually drew like some concept art. I could look it up, but I don't dare to. I could look it up, but I don't dare to. But I drew some innovation here. We have tea in a thermos with us. Since it's not hot enough, so we need to drink some tea to stay as hot as we need to stay. But yeah, sauna would be cool, right? It would be like, I think we should implement it as a kind of a drug thing, right? Like you get some like haze effect over the screen rendered. Let's see if is this how I drown myself now? Oops.
well, I mean, I'm not sure what else you're hoping to accomplish.
I was gonna go look for dry land.
You're right. That's the bug.
Indeed, there is a bug there. There's a seal here, seal bros. I don't know. It doesn't matter because I'm in the center of the world, right? So I can probably just go anywhere. And hopefully, I hit land at some point and teleport across the open ocean here.
Would that improve the situation if you found land?
A little bit, maybe. I was gonna look for a thing wall actually, so, but maybe I could have. Oh, we found land. Oof! I'm literally Robinson Crusoe right here. That could be like a fun game mode, Robinson Crusoe mode, where you spawn on just a small island and
not do anything.
catch sea turtles and whatnot.
Sounds great.
Making Knorrs is uncontroversial, I think.
Okay.
We'll man the helm and sail away. We shall sail over yonder, and then we will sense the war. We shall find and sail to the nearest thing wall, and from there. I assume he meant that way. Sail kind of blocked me there. Boom, ba boom. All right. Can you drop a catastrophic meteor on top of Dakan's pyramid, please, or a cool monument statue if you want to be nice to him? Has he? Yeah, the pyramid is in World 16, is it?
I do believe so. Yes.
Oh, cool.
I believe I've seen it at some point. Oh, there it is.
There it is, indeed. Here we go. So. Is the rat dungeon on in 16.1? Yes, the rat dungeon is on in 16.1 with some caveats because
indeed, with some caveats indeed.
So rat dungeons will appear when they are meant.
When they do.
Exactly. Okay, so if anyone has a cool destination I should visit, I am more than game to go to one. Otherwise, I will be sailing alone, forever alone. Aberkovo. Let's try Aberkovo.
I think that's the name of a province.
The destination is empty. Anvil. Here we go. We're going someplace. Bowls Bay. Anvil. Let's go. We'll try Anvil and then we'll go Bowls Bay. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hi. So had you all figured out that you could use skeletons as mannequins, or was that news to you? Surely you had figured that out, right? Right.
Surely, especially after all the hints I dropped lately.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't actually. No one has posted any screenshots where this obviously fun thing has been free Knar. Yeah, the help yourself to the Knar fan. It's yours. That should be fine, right? I'm not destroying anything by leaving it going on the open one. I'll remember to delete the next weird thing I spawn. Am I the only one who can't go into the fire to change my hat? Is the fire broken somehow? Did I F up the fires?
What do you mean?
Someone says, am I the only one who can't go into the fire to change my hat? Did I mess up the hats somehow? Is my question to you.
Go into the fire to change your hat.
Open the hearth fire to retrieve a hat. He complains that he cannot do that. Would be fitting after all. No, it's not called Christmas Day party, it's called the chimney. Right, hat. Here we go. I'm put this
Oh
one.
no, it might actually be my fault when I doled out the hats indeed. Ah, right. Oh.
You're telling me now for the first time.
How do I fix that?
He's gonna fix that. We're gonna take a. You need to check out more bases on streams. Yes, for sure. That's a good one. Base tours, Pogo. Yes, we've done some cool things here. Here we have the little tree planting operation. The could. We'll inspect some trees and whatnot here. Quality 17. That's some really wicked trees right there. I'm kidding. Those are not great, but maybe there are other good ones around. Talkmix says, long time no see. How is the legendary PvP rework? Last we heard you were thinking about hiring someone from outside to handle it.
Really?
I don't know what you've been hearing, my friend, but
We might have discussed that would be nice to do.
yeah.
That's quite conceivable because that's something we've been discussing internally as well, but obviously it's not exactly on the cards, so to speak.
No. And yeah, I don't know, a little burned out on combat reworks. Feels like we've been there a couple of times. Not to say that it shouldn't be done, but other things have seemed more appealing, perhaps. We have, here's the vineyard, or the cucumber yard, as the case may be, and here we go a really cool realm stone right here. Love to see it, and we are currently in Infected, is the name of this realm. Alright, this was pretty cool. Is this, how big a place is this? It's a humble but decent place. How many people live here in Anvil? How many souls in this fair little place? One wonders. We should. This is cool. We'll go to Ball's Bay next. We'll see if that's a thing. About 2 at the moment. That's really cool. Y'all have done a really, really good job here. This is clearly a lot of work has gone into this. Where's the mine? I'm gonna try. Here's the mine. I'll try to go into the mine.
There. Are the hats better now, perhaps?
Are the hats better now, perhaps? I will.
Working for still 599 at least.
Oh right, I have the visitor debuff. I can just eat those up, right?
Yep.
No, I'm no longer a visitor, sir.
Except you just became one again.
Silly me.
And then
Ah, cool. We got some horsies and stuff. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Very cool, very cool. was weird.
Was it?
Yeah, we saw the blood splat even though I had changed to a different word level.
Noticed that.
Here's the mushroom farm. You gotta have your mushroom farm. Minima dead. Why? I don't know why Minima is dead. You would need to tell me. Nice. I know that feel. That was exactly the dynamic I had going on with my little stream that I showed you earlier. Know that feel exactly. So I would delete that scent, but I don't want to risk deleting his mine hole. So I think it is safest for everyone if I don't. Well, thank you. This was really nice. We'll move on up to we'll check out Bowls Bay as well if that one is active.
Did that happen?
What now?
Did you get a visitor debuff again?
Yes. I'm just gonna delete it with nothing behind it so that I don't doofus things up. Alright, sweet, really cool place. Let's see if we have some more contenders. Are there any good questions in chat we could discuss? What do you want to accomplish in 2026 for this game? I think you lost some initiative. I remember changes were brave. Now it's a bit like adding a bird, sled, and useless biome. Yeah, I mean.
And then again, we've never planned far ahead.
No, I mean you're not wrong. I mean I think for me, object-controlled objects unironically remains like the. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I interact with this?
Since when was that a thing?
Oh, right. I can only travel to this place, right? That's it. Right. We'll need to find the thing wall again, then, I suppose.
Or you could just locate it by God command.
Porticos and Old Charterstone, rest in peace, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
We'll find it. We'll teleport a lose away. That was really cool. Vitalian Zeal. That was a nice.
Vitalian Zeal.
Italian Zeal.
What's that?
I don't know. The village we were just at.
Yeah, I did gather that much.
Just wanted to check. Leaving Spruce Cap noobs. Here's.
Well, there someone got revealed at least.
Yeah, exactly. So this is ample. Seems to be in a dilapidated state here. Let's see if we can't find the thing wall. Whoa, they should make the sound from the priests in Age of Empires. Whoa. But yeah, I left the question actually unanswered. Apart from object-controlled objects, what do I want to accomplish for the game in the next season? We haven't really sat down to discuss it much.
Yeah, because we never do.
Because we do occasionally.
Well, sure, but
I mean, it's not like we never ever speak.
No, sure, fair enough. But it's not like it's also not like we have a ton of long-term plans.
No.
Especially not something that you want to accomplish during this particular period or whatever.
Yeah, one thing that I wanted to add was we'd like an alchemy book, which actually tracks the alchemical recipes for you that you discover. I thought alchemy, when we added like discoveries to alchemy, I thought that turned things much
made
nicer.
alchemy more fun.
Made alchemy a lot more fun to me, at least. That was one thing that I had in mind, and then there's the wound system is a bit weird. That should be looked at. None of these are like earth-shattering things that I'm thinking about right now, but it currently works such that the treatments have like an objective time for how long it takes for them to complete, but it's unrelated to the time that the wound would naturally heal, that the speed at which the wound would naturally heal. And I think it would be better if the treatment took time relative to the natural healing window. So that could be one little minor thing. feels like we had other. We actually at one point started looking at.
And you just missed it.
Sorry. At increased render distance.
Did we?
Briefly, yes.
We did.
Yeah, for sure. We spent like 2 dev sessions on it. We were talking about a call shader and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I think the call shader was a separate idea.
Yeah, sure, but we came to it by way of talking about
Perhaps.
the increased render distance. Let's try Balls Bay and see if that's a thing. Inactive, Balls Bay, Pyramid. Pyramid is active. We're going to Pyramid. Linkfan PC says, "Hi Jorb and Loftar. I love you guys. Any plans on adding gildings like the Woodsman's token that gives pseudo attributes, i.e. a gilding that gives digging speed? I think it's a great system and would love to see it put to more use." Yeah, that would be. Ooh, is this the? Damn, son.
It is fairly nuts.
Dang, dog. You crazy. Wow, man. You built all of this? Gosh darn it, son. This is crazy. Oh, louder, louder, louder. Goodness me. And here indeed are all the whale skulls in the entire world. What would Greenpeace have to say about this, sir? Pave the whales, indeed we have. It would actually, like, we should have, like, whalebone paving. Whalebone paving, that would be cool. That should be a thing. Dang, son. You put some effort into this, my friend. This is really, really cool. This is like the, what's it called in, like, Warhammer Fantasy? You know, the Black Pyramid of Nagash type stuff. The Tomb Kings of Khemri. Yeah, this is really cool. Dang, son, you've been here before, did you?
I've seen it. I've seen it at various points. It's pretty nuts.
I was snoozing on the pyramid, man. Dang. Sled from the top. I'm totally gonna sled from the top. Oh goodness! And here's this Korund or some stuff like that. No tooltip on that one.
ZY.
ZY. Oh no, sorry, that's meteorite, right?
Oh right, of course. Because what else would be?
Bearcom receiver lies resting here. Only a burial place like this would be fitting for Bearcom receiver. Y'all, dang, that's crazy. And of course he has the pharaoh cap on here, the crown of upper. No, that's the pharaoh's cap. No, there's also the like crown of upper and lower Egypt that I did way back when.
I did think that was that one, but
No, I think that's a separate one. Turn on flat world. It looks better. Yeah, flat world is not a thing in the default clients, sir. We're gonna do some Sledding. We'll be sled on this. Oh, surely. Yahoo! No. Dang, no, son, this is crazy. This is crazy. You built all of this, really? That's
pretty nuts.
That's impressive, sir. Just wow, and there's, I presume, a whole village around here somewhere as well, living in the shadow of the pyramid, as it were. Or is this just the pyramid, quite simply?
That I actually don't know.
This entire plot of land set aside for the sole purpose of pyramid.
The ziggurat.
Exactly. That's awesome. Wow. Wowee. Oh, here's the king's way to the pyramid. We shall walk the king's way. This is really badass. There's a village over here where the poor peasants live in the shadow of the black ziggurat. of Bearcom receiver. Only in this game, right? Dang, son, this is pretty cool. Will you reward him for his months of slaving away, shuffling dirt? Yeah, should we place the Ring of Brodgar thing on top of it?
Why not, I guess.
What's that one called? It's called... Do you want that? Do you want that? Would you want me to place that, Dakan, if you're watching? I will make one, and then if you don't like it, you can DM me, and we can move it. This is very, very cool, sir. No, Bobby would be.
I don't think so.
No, we just MK temp them, right?
Yes, that's for sure.
There we go. So, how do we want to place this? Place it like so? No, is that reasonably aligned?
Reasonably.
No, I can't see against the board. That's unfortunate. Is this good? Why the hell are you banning me soil, sir? Is that good?
Looks good to me. No.
That's better, right?
Surely.
Should we move it up a bit? Here? Congratulations, sir. You have officially won the building World 16. Yeah, for sure. If we place the end of the world altar, we should totally place it on top.
Fair enough. Perhaps that's what you should MK them.
Yeah, no, I thought that this is more
Fair enough.
off center, just like the grave. Would you want that? Would you prefer it to be like this, maybe? Maybe that's cool. Is that cooler? One-shot snail for us. The world absolutely needs to end with a meteorite crashing atop the pyramid. Make a whole ring. No, we're not making a whole ring. Stone Age, and 8 of them. Yeah, it's another. You have to create a helmet or cape in their name to honor this project. This project was wow, damn son, this is really cool. But he built a pyramid in another world as well, right? This is not the first I hear of
first pyramid at least.
Indeed. So he is a pyramid builder of some renown, as it were.
This is the diaries of the pyramid workman.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually one of the Red Sea Scrolls, as they call them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they found some papyri in a cave on the Red Sea, I believe.
Right.
And one of the papyri tells of a workman.
A foreman, I believe.
Yeah, a foreman.
A stone shipping foreman.
Exactly,
right?
and he's shipping on a barge. He's shipping limestone, I believe, from a quarry, and the obvious speculation is that he is going to the pyramid of
the great
Pharaoh,
pyramid.
the great pyramid of Pharaoh Cheops,
Right.
Khufu, I think he's called in the Semitic tongue.
It's not actually Semitic though.
No, it's Afro-Asiatic.
Afro-Asiatic.
No, that's true. Of course, it's not Semitic.
Well, I believe Semitic languages are also Afro-Asiatic.
Yeah, but no, but it's uncontroversial that the pharaohs are not Semites, at least.
Indeed.
Wonderful. Good that we cleared that up. Here we have a village idol, which is also pretty badass. Let's
Rather embellished.
make sure that we don't accidentally anything while we have a look at it. Willow, dogwood, olivine, tin. Really cool. Very cool. And a kiwi bird on it. I'd love to see that. And here we have some rat dungeon type loot. also pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these flags are pretty cool. Yeah, y'all make so nice things. And yeah, wow. Mind blown.
Usually we do these base looks when we are announcing a world reset, right? And at those points it's always a bit more, melancholic having to delete it.
Exactly. So at least that's nice that we're not doing that this time.
Indeed.
Can actually just have a casual look at this quite simply and not also be in the immediate process of deleting it. So love this. Love this. And what goes on over here? Is it more village? Damn, here's the actual village, right?
Yeah.
Here's the CAFO. Goodness me. We don't render, there's no instance rendering for these, right?
No, but it's also a lot faster on my system. So I feel like we always have this problem when we're streaming.
Yeah, I think we've observed several times that Haven seems to be pretty brutal on my system, which is I don't quite recall what kind of computer it is even. It's all blurred to me, but so. And here the flax field just
These are instants,
stretches.
though.
Huh?
These are instants, though.
Yeah. That don't help them much when they're that plentiful. Should perhaps
I feel like it usually does, though. But
yeah, but not while we're also running like OBS and all kinds of other things. So how about implementing soups or stews in the game that gets made in a cauldron with different ingredients and then has to be added into bowls made from clay or metal to be eaten? This is not a bad idea.
No, I think we've discussed it several times. It's just, I think it's mostly just a question of it being a bit weird with the portion sizes and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now, food is consumed in like discrete units.
Packets.
Yeah, exactly. Discrete packets.
Quantas.
Exactly. Food quantas. And soup, I assume, would be a fluid of some kind. And we don't really have great support for fluids right now being eaten. I mean, we could do it, but it would feel...
It's at least a matter of defining what should happen.
Yeah, exactly. Lame Chewy 69 says, "Why are we celebrating like the most toxic group playing the game?"
I don't think Dakin is.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's probably a pretty tight race on which is the most toxic group. But we're not celebrating toxicity. We're celebrating the pyramids, sir. And I think we have to give credit, even if they are running a brutal slave regime here. I think, even if many Hearthlings were mixed into the mortar of this great pyramid, I still think we have to recognize the pyramid as a great achievement of Hearthling civilization here. I think that seems almost nigh undeniable, right? Am I right? Am I not right? I think I'm right. I mean,
I do believe that's the case.
I mean, come on now. They even like paved the top in meteoric nonsense here and gold and all kinds of whatnots. This is really, really cool, actually. Bug, you can break new palisade tile to cascade over.
Really? That's supposed to be fixed, for sure.
Sounds
suspicious.
Sounds sus. Zajmer says, "Did World 16.1 meet your player count expectations?" I would say...
Not sure. I'm not sure I know what kind of expectations I had, to be quite honest. But...
got a spirited mandrake root. Thank you. It was an awfully spirited mandrake root. So I don't recall quite where we peaked, but around slightly above 1,000, I think.
I think it was a bit above that even, but...
yeah.
But yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere in that realm, and that's, I think that probably, I don't know that I had like formalized expectations of we need to hit this particular number or whatever, but...
Rather, I mean, never, as for my part, I kind of just wanted to see what kind of player numbers we would indeed hit.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, and I thought the numbers were good. Like we made decent cash money in the store on the release night as well. So thank you all for that. That was nice. Um, but it wasn't like a record breaking or anything. But we didn't expect it to be. We expected the player. If anything, I did expect the player count to be lower.
Indeed.
And it was so. Confirmed. I feel a bit like I don't really know how to feel about it. I think it's on the one hand, I think it's kind of nice the World 16 can get a bit of a longer lifespan because I think it is kind of fun when the worlds get into like the more mature ages of like 2 years and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the pressure is always kind of on to do a world reset because people want the new world experience. So I think from that perspective, I think it was fun or nice, or is fun and nice. But I'm also like, okay, now there are 2 worlds. Is that good? I don't really, I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts?
Yeah.
How did you all feel about
Really,
it?
what were you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's perhaps more interesting than what my thoughts are. And yeah, quite simple. So, Gaxarovakar, it's not fun to play on a dead world.
Which of the worlds is it that's dead? I mean, if anything, I've been fascinated, I guess, to see the calls for a PvE world now, because I kind of assume that World 16 is the PvE world now.
I think if you want the PvE experience, then World 16 is probably where it's at right now.
Right.
Though clearly these dangerous pyramids builders still roam the hearthlands here. Dang, I mean, even if you used bots to dig this, which I, by God, hope you did, this is still pretty impressive. Alright. There's a dead guy here.
I passionately dislike the speed up and would actually prefer a slightly slowed down world, but I liked it as an experiment.
That was a fair summation. I think
the speed up comes from a few different places, but one of them just being that if these point worlds are supposed to have a shorter lifespan, I feel they kind of need to be a bit sped up, right? Surely.
Yeah, maybe, or we accept that the quality hits lower targets. That's
well,
also.
I mean, it's not just that; it's cave levels and everything, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it could be fair to say that okay, we never got to World 9 or Cave Level 9 or whatever.
I mean, fair enough, and I guess also to be fair, that should be well doable in a couple of months too. So there's that.
Yeah, so I think one could go many ways on that. I think I don't like it for curiosities, and other people have pointed this out as well.
Mm-hmm. How so?
Because they eat so much. You churn through so many curios. Yeah,
I feel most worlds you complain about not being able to churn through them fast enough.
No, I think it just I don't know. Have you tried to keep the study desk is quite literally too small to fit the type of quantities you would need to put on it to stay relevant.
Right.
So I don't like that. But I think on the other hand, like I had the thought the other day that it would be kind of, we discussed this way back when as well, that it would be kind of cool to have like something akin to what we did for tables, like fancy study desk and all kinds of implements and gadgets where like, okay, here's the herbarium or whatever gives you a 5% speed up to flowers when you study them, and stuff like that could be fun. To build your little, you can have like an astrolabe and such things in there to increase or get little autistic boni to your study. That's always fun. I don't know if you've played Crusader Kings 3, but in one of the expansions there, you can deck out your throne room. There's an entire mini game dedicated to decking out your throne room with cool artifacts and shit.
Right.
And apart from the fact that it was incredibly spammy to click repair on all of them every 20 years or so, I thought it was a really, really autistic in the best sense of the word mechanic, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, that was fun. The problem isn't study desk size, is that you need to make twice the curios in half the time. Yeah, something like that. I think we burn through them too fast, and I don't like that.
All fair.
Study hall that allows for a larger curiosity queue was suggested in Discord. Yeah, I think I don't know how DJ Loftar feels about it, but I think it could be cool if like the study desk could actually pull in from other containers as well, or if we could stack items on the study desks, etc. Things like that could be nice. Stacking on them would be neat. Jaster 2012 says, can we have more variety of early weapons like bone spear, bone and knife? Maybe.
I mean, why not? Perhaps, but I also feel like it's a fairly filled niche at this point as well. Perhaps not. I mean,
I think
I wouldn't complain.
I don't think I would complain either. It's more the only thing there is really like the quality implications of adding them. I suppose that's the only like question.
Yeah, I don't know if bones would be a problem now anyway, though.
No, probably not, since they are capped by the tool that you gather them with. So probably not. No. But there were remarks made that obsidian is a bit cancerous because you need to like.
See that.
No, I think obsidian knife is one of the go-to early game weapons, and some people burbs whispered in my ear that you have to go find all the obsidian immediately when we're starting to play on a new world, and that it's perhaps not as it should be, perhaps not as it ought by right to be.
Makes some sense.
Binus Frog says, let's have less shop talk and more tree decoration conversations. How's your Yule Gran looking? It's looking pretty spiffy, I might say. We went out and bought one on the 3rd of Advent. Not we, but me and family went and bought one on the...
Me and family?
But no, it's looking really spiffy. Little people close to me have made nice decorations for it. Zymer says, Bruder Bone, are you satisfied with current Credo design? We were actually, we were discussing this just before. And I've been doing in World 16.1. I have completed the Forager Credo. And I'm currently working on the Fisherman Credo. And I don't quite like the Fisherman Credo, because I think it places two weird demands on you. I know this, I'm telling you for the first time now. You've never thought of this before, but I think it's a bit harsh in terms of what it requires you to find, and I also don't like that it's kind of low-key a trap to do Hunter early on, because unless you like exploit the animals, you shouldn't really be able to complete Hunter. So I think it's a bit weird that Hunter is a root credo,
I mean, it makes sense obviously because, you know, hunting, foraging, and so on and so forth.
So, but I think there are several ways one could go about that. I think one thought that we discussed was like basically differentiating the existing credos, perhaps adding a few more and like drawing them out over like longer periods of time, such that there is effectively some like early version of Fisherman, which doesn't perhaps require like casting rods and such, which the present one does. And like I can obviously acquire a cloth, that's easy, but I feel that I shouldn't really have to in order to complete one of the root credos. So I don't like that. I don't know, I think in theory I think the kind of abandoned quest thing is kind of fine, but I don't know what your...
In practice I never do.
Yeah, I never feel that it works out for me when I abandon credos. I just feel that I slip backwards when I do. So, and obviously the obvious critique here is that the quests are a bit too random in terms of like how difficult they are. So that's certainly that's very valid. That is brave and stunning and very valid to have that critique of them. But I think like for fishermen, since I'm thinking about it, not to make the entire discussion about my noobish acquisition of fishermen, but for fishermen especially, I think the
the demand for specific fish types is a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Like catch, specific fish numbers, so and so. And maybe that could be fine if it asked for that on like level 5.
There are god commands to do this.
Yes, but this is more fun. We'll see some of the coast. We'll take the scenic route. There's no rush.
Sure.
There's no rush, sir. Balls Bay. We are entering Balls Bay.
Wasn't Balls Bay the place you were trying to reach earlier in the stream?
I don't think this. If this is the actual Balls Bay, I don't. This seems like a fake Balls Bay.
Makes
I
sense.
suspect that there's an actual Balls Bay, which is significantly more ballers than this, if you know what I mean. All puns intended and such. Fixed bug with Pally. Several people here insisting that there's a bug with Pally. So
Guess we'll have to take a look at that then.
for sure. So we found the thing wall. So if anyone has another cool, Link fan says you could just make Fisher request to ask for, say, catch a spell or trout as one quest objective. Yeah, I think what we discussed was that I think it would be much more fair if it asked you to say, catch
A large ocean fish. or
3
something.
big ocean fish or.
Saltwater fish.
Yeah, but it's actually plural then, right? You actually say fishes when you're referring to multiple types of fish, I think. I think you say...
Yes, but the plural here refers to 3 of them, right? Surely. It shouldn't require you to catch 3 different ocean fishes, but rather 3 ocean fish.
But the word fish is special in its handling of the plural form.
Yes, because fishes would refer to several types of fish, but that's not what we're referring to here in this case, surely. We are referring to a quantity 3 of a specific fish, so then 3 ocean fish.
It's way, way above my pay grade. I'm too stupid to figure that one out. Yeah, but whatever. But fish is plural. Yeah, but whatever. There is some context in which I believe you're supposed to say fishes.
Yes, when referring to different kinds of fishes.
Right.
Like
so
we can speak of ocean fishes.
Yeah, I'm with you. So catch 3 fish, three large ocean fish would be
Indeed.
correct. Then. Okay,
Yes.
fair enough. Glad we could get that sorted. I think the thinking cap is not doing wonders for me here in the sweltering December heat of the streaming.
It's really been too long since we launched a world in the middle of summer.
We should do that more often. Yeah.
Yes, please.
But yeah, like catch 3 big ocean fish or catch 3 big lake fish. I think that stuff, or 3 small lake fish, or some combination of those 2 goals, or the multifaceted variety of goals would be
At least more suitable for the lower levels of the credo.
exactly. And I think you could probably you could probably do similar things with other credos. Like for example, blacksmith. For example, we could perhaps do craft 3 pieces of armor or whatever, or 3 swords, and not be overly specific about which particular swords.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a thing. Yeah.
But I don't know if those were the deepest thoughts on credo design either.
So someone aggroed me. It's very
Rude.
very rude. I wonder if it's an animal or a player. I don't even know. Anywho, if they come close, so I'm going on here. To Felix. That's a great banner they put on that thing right there. We should inspect this for conformity with the realm code of conduct. Inspection could be called for.
You got the license for that banner?
Exactly. I think I'll put the cap on. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a license? Excuse me. I'd like to see your license, please. Snicker, snicker, snicker. Shit-eating grin.
Anywho.
Zented69 says, when new PvE endgame content like harder mobs? Well, the thing, fam.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong, but the thing is, that that y'all are just gonna exploit the shit out of anything we add, right? So even if we add like dragons, you would simply exploit the living daylights out of them, and then you would kill the
No.
dragon.
I mean, to be fair, I don't necessarily think I don't know that that's the heart of the problem. The real heart of the problem is just that the I think the animal combat AI is not good enough for us to do fun things with them.
That is probably true. We discussed that at some point.
And
We ran
should
into
re-
recently when we or recently, not recently, but we ran into it when adding the bee dungeon, for example. I recall wanting several
yes.
mob behaviors there
And
that we couldn't support.
We should reform the combat AI quite simply.
Yeah. Maze Alvin says add swimming to animals. Yeah, that's not the joke. It looks retarded every time, like when you run into like shallow water and the chickens just run through like knee-deep water.
I don't think that's what he's referring to. I think he's referring to swimming bears.
Yes, I realize, but it made me think. I associated further to animal interaction with water in general, and I can observe that they could be more graceful in how they relate to water. Free-range chicken, please. Yes, that would be cool. Also, duck pond. Duck pond would be really, really cool. More birds, right? That's what we always default to. That's the singular truth. RuneScape's combat AI literally walks towards you and hits, and they've managed to make fun PvE. You're doing a big cope.
Surely boss fights have to be more exciting than that. Otherwise, what is fun with it? I mean, I haven't played RuneScape, so I couldn't tell you.
Oko Sim says, how about increasing the animal's range of attack? Charter Jupiter. Let's try out Jupiter. Increase animal range of attack so that they can be freely hit with a sword out of water. Europa Mere. Love to see it. This is cool. This is ye old humble village right here.
Oh, they also have a captured pond.
Look at that. It's really cute. Dang, son, and they've been fishing
And
for
they've
the
been
whale.
whaling.
Yeah, they have been indeed. There she blows, as it were. Really, really nice. This is really nice. This is like Hermitage type stuff. How many people here? 3? 3-ish. That hat is actually really nice. I don't recall what it's called, but it's like a store hat of some kind. Actually, it looks pretty good. Very cool village, peeps. Very cool. I don't know that the Ken thing should really steal focus from me.
Some up there. How many villagers?
At least 3.
Well, you could ask.
I did ask. I see at least 4 now. How many villagers? 1 person lives here. It's me. Vesurian lives here.
Okay.
Alright, sweet Vesurian. And some cool witch hat on. Love to see it. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very cool. Love to see it. Are there things to be seen downstairs? Let me...
There are indeed.
There are indeed. Here's the Great Hall. Very, very cool. Dang, son. They got all the cool mushrooms planted and everything.
I didn't even remember the
Look
new
at
ones.
this. This is really cool. Should totes add more mushrooms?
What's that? What is that orange mushroom? I don't remember that one.
I don't quite remember either, to be perfectly frank with you, Fran. I don't think inspecting it is a view,
No, but you can colon act.
if you know what I mean.
And debug F.
Yes. Gloom cap. No, that
I
has
sure
to be that
remember
one.
Gloom. I believe.
Oh right, that one is called Gnome's Hat. Or Gnome Shat, if you know. Prism XV teacher XVX, would you ever take volunteers? There's a long answer, but the short answer is no. I don't think you would take volunteers. I don't think that's like
it has problems.
it has problems. Like wouldn't. I mean, depends on like for what purpose. Like we clearly take volunteers for like moderation of the forums and such. So there's some volunteer stuff to do, but like in terms of working on the game, I kind of like that the game is something that we can say that we built by our twosies. So I kind of enjoy that, but also I don't really know how easy it would be to integrate someone into our workflow. While Willie D1, guys, honestly, with love, would it be hard to make animals actually flee when they have been pieced, so you have to run into land to finish them off at least? The root of the cheese problem is the re-aggro feature of just aggroing again after leaving combat.
Not sure I can parse that sentence.
So what he's saying is that
the re-aggro feature of just aggroing.
I think what he's complaining about is that okay, the animal will notice that it can't port to you, or find you rather, reach you, path to you, so it flees. But then when you go on shore again, it changes its mind and goes right back to you, it re-aggros. So maybe it should just...
I feel like we've been over this and made this decision for some reason, but I could be thinking of some slightly different situation conceivably.
Yeah, entirely possible. When you aggro a fleeing animal, it will stop fleeing sometimes. Yeah, that's probably a thing.
That is true. But I also know that I don't know if we're talking about exactly the same thing here, but I do remember way back that animals did use to flee consistently, and we explicitly made it so that they would re-aggro for some reason. I mean, it's been long enough that I don't remember the reason.
Geriban says what everyone is thinking. Please learn how your aggro system works. Yes, and please remember what the assets or resources that you add into the game are called. I think there's lessons for all of us here. But I love this. Love this. This is really cool. Look at that. Would you look at that? That's a really cool Great Hall there. Should add more buildings just for kicks. But these look cool though. There's a nice aesthetic paint scheme on these.
For sure.
For sure. I'll go stand by the Great Hall. Checking for licenses. I was actually really happy with this, how this cap turned out. Did some cool things with the lighting. Any chance experience rates can be tweaked for 16.1? I've noticed I am constantly out of experience with the faster study.
That's interesting, I guess.
That's interesting. That's not been my experience, but perhaps that is a skill issue on my end. What about buoys on ocean's water? Works like crossroads on land. Even without teleport, they can possibly allow you to create faster, better roads. I think you want some sort of road system across the ocean. Maybe. I don't know. Kirun Shikar says, can you fix Christmas decorations? Me and my colleagues started crashing when they showed up. Are you playing on a custom client? I don't know. It works fine on the default client as far as I know. I don't know that have we gotten any fun call stacks?
Not that I've seen, but I was intending to check.
May I enter the Great Hall? I ask politely. Because I'm polite. Of course. Sweet! What do you know? Here's the cheese operations. We be doing cheese here. We be doing cheesy things.
You do love to see them being consistently materialized.
Yeah, that's definitely bringing the... that's cool. We've got the cool hats on. Using consistent materials. Love to see that. This is a cheesy place, I can tell you that. And here's the study desk, studying things going on. Wouldn't it be really cool if this was like an arcane scriptorium with all kinds of nonsense, like feeding the
No,
study
yeah,
desk?
no, for sure. I don't mind that idea at all.
That's my goal.
I do indeed find a lot of reports for what seems to be Christmas decorations, but they seem to be from custom clients, all of them.
Custom client issue. This is an alt room. I don't doubt it. My house is on top. Right. Right on. This is a very cool alt room though, but it would be really cool, am I not right, if this were like, if you had like, you know, I don't know, skeletons and retorts and all kinds of nonsense. Trueselites asks, have you looked into getting a community manager anymore? No.
I mean, honestly, we've discussed it.
Yeah, we talked about it, but
it's not like we have. It's not like we have the income to actually hire anyone, right?
No, but I don't know. Maybe it could be like on some sort of like volunteer basis or whatever. Like one could discuss that. One could consider it, but I don't know. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know how we would maintain that. So, study desks could work in the way exactly you told. You put some skulls, arcane stuff in the area and room, and it influenced study rate, study time. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool, quite simply, right?
Yep.
Throne room type stuff.
No, I have no objections for sure.
Build a big ass scriptorium with all kinds of arcane nonsense in it, right? Be really cool. Tame ducks and geese. Yes, I've argued to this guy that that the canonic building in which you keep ducks is a pond. What you build in order to keep ducks is not a coop, but rather a duck pond, right? And he's been arguing against that. So I ask you, what is the...
argued against? I don't remember this discussion, I will admit, but...
It's all a blur to him, but I remember this discussion. What is the canonic... What is the canonic building for keeping ducks? Is it a pond or some coop variant? Pond. Psst. Correct answer is pond.
I don't know that, duck racing is done in artificial ponds.
Oh, you meant raising as in raising livestock, but
yes.
I heard racing as in racing ducks, and I think that would be...
Fair enough. That would be in ponds.
That would indeed be in ponds. I think that would be really cool if you could race the ducks. Which obviously brings back the coracle discussion. We should have like skins for the coracles such that you can have like your swimming, whatever it's called, inflatable, dingy type coracle stuff. That would be really fun. Indian ducks dwell on grass. Well, the more today I learn. Small metal cage. Ducks are also in coops and they go out to the pond. Yes, I know that is actually the case, but like, let's imagine that this is like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, right? And you have the farm city, right? And you come to the barnyard farm city and you can recruit, ducks here. From which building would you recruit them? Would it be from the duck coop? No, it would be from the duck pond, obviously. Right? Am I wrong? Like you recruit like monks
You
and
do make a
zealots
good
from the
point.
monastery, or I'm not wrong. Right? Yeah. Would be a duck pond. Yeah. Free roaming pet ducks for sure. Defo. All right. I'm gonna try to move these visitor debuffs. There we go. It's a good thing we didn't delete the ladder there. It's dangerous being visited by the old gods, as it were. Suddenly they can accidentally things, and you do hate to see that. All right, this was really cool. Thank you for showing this one. I love this village. It was really damn. Y'all been working, and you killed a whale as well. Thank you so much for everything here. This was in the house. Should we check out the house first? We'll check out the house. The bitch barn.
That's the case, huh?
Oh.
We have a rat's nest too, huh?
Somewhere in the walls of this room a dark presence stirs. The squeaking from the walls is nigh unbearable, and a mild scent of aging cheese. Oh, I cracked myself up. Dang, this is really nice. Isn't it?
Isn't it?
This is super cozy. You got the little teapot here and everything, a skull. Love this. A painting.
Oh, right. It's a noise.
Bagpipes and a rocking horse. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Love this. So this, I take it, is the actual living quarters then.
Unless it's in the rat's nest.
Yeah, where is the rat's nest? Maybe down in the cellar or something?
Right next to the stairs.
Oh, there it is. We'll go Killevippen on that one then. Ooh, spicy. Entering Black Breeze Nook.
Oh. We're growing. So this is what we do in rat's nests, huh?
This is how you use them properly, right? All right, so I should probably not open the further doors here. Right? Dang, son. I don't know that I hate this. Like, it's pretty cool, right?
Yes, but it's also kind of weird that you get free house extensions, right?
Or maybe it's cool. Like, maybe it's fun. Isn't this like there's some case to be made that they made a nice thing here.
Yes.
Maybe we shouldn't like instinctively remove it from them just because they made a nice thing. It is kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of weird. I agree, but like it is kind of cool.
Yes.
Let us make giant cellars, says Snuggles. Yeah, that could be. Go kill the boss. Show us how it's done. That would be a gift to factions and no one else. Yeah, right. This is bonkers. I know him, and he every time he speaks, his name obscures his
speech, probably.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. The perils of never playing with anyone.
Exactly. I realize how we look. It's not lost on me that we probably appear quite clueless, and that's because we are. Speech, bubbleless, overlap, name of kind. Yes. This is the energy. Thanks for visiting. Thank you for showing this wondrous place that you built here. I love the game. I can tell, and I love you for loving the game. This is really nice. All the stuff you've built here, awesome, really. Love the
You do love to see it.
You do love to see it. Pretty much everything here. Let's check out the other floors as well. Dang, this is dope though. You got crying onions
that's pretty nice.
This is pretty cool though.
And the chessboard cupboards.
Yes, you love to see this. And a whale heart.
Oh, that's what it is, right. I don't see those every day.
No. really cool, and a couple of little dungeon hearts on the walls, and the gem cutter's wheel, and all the bling, and the carpets, and everything. That was a nice thing. Then we added variable materials to the carpets. We should do more of that. Should do like carpet variants and stuff. Could do like long carpets, short carpets. That's actually one of the things that we talked about. We should increase the support that we have for rendering inventory icons properly.
What are you referring to? Oh, right, yes.
Because like right now, for example, like all the inventory icons are obviously somewhat hand drawn. Usually I kind of take a picture of the item and then just draw over it. And that's nice. I like the aesthetic of that, but we should have better support, and that's definitely a viable goal for 2026, is to have better support for rendering dynamic icons. For example, one of the thought that I've had is that it would be cool if, like, petrified seashells, for example, maybe we spoke about this last year as well. It seems like we've talked about it.
I know we've talked about it at least, but
yeah, but it would be cool if the petrified seashells were of specific stone types, so that if like a korund petrified seashell or
petrified seashells were mentioned earlier. In fact, I think you had initially promised them to be stackable, but then we realized that obviously can't be the case because they should be variable materials to begin with.
This is true. But that would not necessarily preclude stackability.
Indeed.
But they should, basically what I'm saying is that the petrified seashell should have a dynamic material on them, and then they should be their own unique paving texture.
Indeed.
Such that you can pave with like petrified seashells rather than just normal stone. So that effectively petrified seashell would be a rock type or another combinatorial dimension to the rocks. That would be really cool, but it would require, because right now the assets for that are kind of handmade and not so nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So we would need to optimize a fair part of the workflow there.
Exactly.
Yes, you can use AI for item icons. No, sir, I cannot. I've actually tried. So, no, I gave that a whirl. Maybe I'm not a prompt engineer of sufficient rank and cunning to be able to, but I found that the mileage was extremely poor on asking it to draw icons.
Yes.
They did not turn out the way I wanted. A skill issue, I'm sure, to be fair, I'm sure it's a prompt skill issue. 3-year-old can use AI, yes, but the point was that I was not satisfied with what it was giving me, and it did not respond well to the clarifying prompts that I added to the prompting. So I felt that the mileage was fairly weak on prompting. You have mentioned Alchemist book. Have you thought about a cookbook, as in it gives information about FEP bonuses given by specific spices, meat type, in any meat recipes? Yeah, it would be a bit hard to define what the unique entry is there. Is it like a recipe?
I feel that as well. Is it 33% one meat or 35% one meat or?
Let's check out the top floor as well here. What do you know? This is very cute. One thing we should do is add some sort of texture where the eyes on the hearthlings are actually closed when they sleep, because they are quite creepy right now when they sleep with their eyes.
This is true, but that's also part of the fun, to be fair.
Maybe it is part of the fun. You might not be wrong there. Did you thought about paying big streamers to play your game for more popularity? No.
I think there are general problems with playing our game on stream.
Yeah. There was someone doing it pretty intensely at the beginning of World 16, I believe. I seem to recall.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there haven't been streamers playing our games. I mean, Cold CS obviously a thing, and others for sure.
Yes.
But there are obviously issues with this, nevertheless.
Do you want this game to be popular, by the way? Of course, that would be nice. Yes, if it were more popular, that would be great. But no, we will obviously not be paying anyone to do propaganda on our behalf.
That would be kind of weird.
Yeah, that would be kind of cancerous in many ways. But yeah, I think the problem is that you tend to give your location away. Like even if you close the minimap or hide that or whatever, I think you still kind of give your location away. Swarmsy says, so why do you do nothing to market it somehow? I don't really believe in advertisements per se. Not saying that there aren't other more organic or natural ways you could market things these
I mean,
days,
doing nothing is a bit of a stretch. We put it on Steam.
We
Your
put it
shit
on,
post on Facebook and Twitter and Twitter.
We do have social media accounts that we maintain, at least when we do updates and such. We post them to the social media accounts. So, I don't know.
I think there's a better question to be asked what we should even do to market it, whether we want to or not, so to speak. I mean, assuming we wanted to market it,
yeah, I think
in what way should it be marketed?
I think paying streamers to play the game feels kind of
a bit icky.
It feels a bit icky to me, so I don't think that's what we would do, what we would prefer to do, but otherwise somewhat open to ideas. On the topic of alchemy, can we get different shapes and sized glass vials and flasks to store potions in? And perhaps potions be different colors, so I can have a cute varied potions couple. That's actually a good one. I like that. I mean,
makes some sense.
There's no reason why we couldn't like generate a unique color for each elixir,
Indeed.
right? And not have them in clay jars, but in transparent glass vials.
No, indeed. That's certainly fair.
So that could be doable.
Yep.
Please just be more open to communication with the community.
You're not wrong. You're certainly not wrong.
You're not wrong, but also like we are here now talking to you, so this is like an effort on our part, I suppose, to be open to communication. Now, granted, we haven't exactly been great at following through with much of anything this year, so
yes.
So there's that. But
this is a multifaceted discussion, I think.
Yeah. I think, like, I don't know if you've read any of the announcement threads on the forum, but they quickly devolve into like 140 page. Like the prelude post for 16.1 was like 140.
I intended to read that, but then I woke up the next day and it was like 30 pages long.
Yeah. And you know, and a lot of that is just like, you know, people delving off into tangents and whatnot. Generally, we've kind of had the discussion that like the forum isn't really optimized for reading efficiency. Like we've discussed having.
I mean, optimally, we should have another forum than PHPBB, quite simply.
Yeah.
But that's a whole discussion in of itself, at least.
Yes. So, but yeah, we would. Maybe you should use Steam or Discord forum. I do use them occasionally, but I don't quite have time in the day or want to. I mean, let's not make total points either. It's not like I couldn't be on there every once in a while to like talk and answer questions.
Whenever I do, I walk away with mixed feelings. Let's just say, because it's usually fun to talk with players.
Yes.
But on the other hand, it takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time, and I also feel that it's somewhat important, like to. I don't know. I say everything with humility right now. Maybe I don't actually, but I try to be cognizant of the fact that we should be humble in this. But I find that it's easy if you listen too much to the noise of the world that you kind of lose your own idea of where you want to go with the game or whatever. So that's one dynamic that I would like to avoid. But you know, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be on Discord more, or that I should reply to my forum DMs or whatever, because I should. So, or on some level I should, but it takes a fair amount of time, and yeah. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot to unpack there, I feel. Point being that I feel that the noise to signal ratio is often very high.
It is, but it should be said at least that a big part of the problem with that, I think, is PHPBB.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
The cacophony of voices, indeed.
Yep. And there's no, like, I think one of my main problems with the forum is that it is very difficult to get an overview of a thread, especially without, flagging every post as read and then not remembering where you were to begin with, and such things. That's it's an issue. I shouldn't blame everything on that, to be sure, but I would like it if that wasn't an issue.
Yeah. Can you please address how mine holes are always vulnerable whenever you make a new mine hole level, thereby allowing easy griefing? Can you add a visitor debuff when ascending a mine hole?
I think we considered that at some point and then decided not to. I don't quite remember.
But how vulnerable are you really? Like if you surround the mine hole on the upper level with a palisade.
Yeah, that's what I also thought.
You can surely dig down without being vulnerable, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use Notebook LLM to read forum and give you a brief. That's fair. Maybe I should do that. That's actually not a terrible thing.
It's not a bad idea to try at least.
No, I found the AI LLMs to be they've replaced my use of search engines entirely. So I should probably use them on the forums as well. That's actually a good point. Boomer skill issue right there, not utilizing the new cool things sufficiently. They can break the mine hole.
Who can break the mine hole?
They, the evil people.
If you surround it with visitor gates.
Yeah, can you break the mine hole on the upper level by attacking the ladder on the lower level? No, they can ascend the ladder and then break the mine hole.
They can?
I build a mine hole. On the level where I built the mine hole, I have surrounded it with a palisade,
Mm-hmm.
right? But now there's a ladder
Mm-hmm.
by which they can ascend to the mine hole. Fair enough, my base is not vulnerable.
You mean if you dig down and come back up, or what?
No, I dig down.
Right.
I'm on level A. There's on level B. There's
Yes.
there's a ladder.
Yes.
Right. They can go up the ladder.
But they'd have to come down first.
No, they're mining into it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So they're mining into my base, and then they can ascend the ladder.
But I mean, you could also surround the ladder with visitor gates.
Yes, but not when building it. I need to go down first in order to build the palisade.
I mean, fair enough, but then again, when you go up, you'd hit the visitor gates.
Yes,
around the
but
mine
they can go up and break the mine hole.
hole. Can they even? I mean,
Of course, why wouldn't they be able to?
when you go up, aren't you placed directly inside the visitor gates?
No,
Aren't you?
no.
Really?
Depends.
You sure?
Maybe depends on how you build the palisade, but no, not either, right? Not if you build it in any sort of nice way.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Well considered. Yes, they can. Everyone knows this, lol. Guys, we can't listen to players too hard. How do mine holes work yet again? You're not wrong, like, that's funny.
It is the case, what can I say?
What can I say? That's where we are. We're not better than that. But I see your point, and we'll consider adding. So would it be uncontroversial then to get the visitor debuff when you ascend the mine hole or ascend the ladder? That's my question to you, chat. It would be uncontroversial. Okay, we'll consider. Yes, Snail will hate it. Not at all. It makes sense. Yeah, you automatically get the visitor debuff. That would suck for Siege, but Siege is dead. Uncontroversial. As I said, you need someone to give info how the game is played. No, I agree with that. Like that, we do need. Like we do need. Like, and we to be fair, we are here listening to doing
our absolute best.
giving it the good old college try. Cardboard Thief says, hello, thank you for the update. I like the guilding system. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Torn on the guilding system. We'll see. Move POACC, you don't seem to play much at all. It comes and goes, but no, I rarely engage in the late game content at least. Because I don't play that far. So I'm torn on the guilding system. I think it does some nice things, but I think it could be better. Smash and Atlas, I have 15 guildings on one item in 16.1 intended. As such, it was probably intended that you should be able to like go taller with the items.
Yes, for sure.
But
there's also a question there on what kind of clothing that is, I think.
Yeah, what kind of what piece of gear and how much luck did you have, etc., etc. On average, it feels easier to guild items now. It probably is easier.
Yeah, it's easier for sure.
For sure. All right. I noticed that time has ran away with us. We are up to we have 5 minutes left if we're doing a 2 hour stream, which I think seems about reasonable. So if you all have any final concluding questions or whatever, then I think we should take you up on those. Listening will consider does nothing. It goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of stream. Was I able to act on that? No, absolutely not. I'm not always automatic wine press. Time in World 16.1 flows too fast. Loftar PP reveal. Just whip it out. That thing was too large. I want more Palisade colors. Automated wine press. Automated butchering. Can we have? Yeah, you can have a look at the notepad file. Let me see. I think these are the things. Slide it on over. These are the things I wrote down.
You know, you slid it right over the window and.
Oh, sorry. Oops. So these were my writings. So you can have a quick look here. Like, don't worry about these. Like, these are. Oops. This is what I wrote down. Buff energy gain from roasted fish. Unique cave graphics for mountain. Cave hermit credo related to currently available cave levels. Whalebone paving. Can break new palisade tile 2. Break old one. Speech bubbles overlap. Name of kin hearthlings. Potions cupboard. Can break the mine hole. Boom. So if you have any additions that you would like to that file, then feel free to shout them out. It's moving too fast, y'all.
Archery seems to be a common point, at least.
So do we want to go back to more organized PvP? Reindeer cheese, I'll make a note of reindeer cheese.
That's the take home.
That's what you all wanted. And they say I don't listen. Here I am listening. Giant Kraken boss fight. Yeah, I actually started sketching on a Kraken at one point. So Kraken is fun. Love that. Credo rework. Best changes. Credo rework. I have some ideas on Credo rework. So, okay, but what do you all want from Credos? Just less randomness? Is that the kind of key takeaway? Fruit juices. There are fruit juices. Maybe we could add more fruit juices. Chicken run building. Chicken huts. Chicken run building. Wolf to dogs. Arena slaves. When I'm crafting, why does it not always pick the highest quality in my inventory? I think that would be extremely destructive if it always picked the highest quality item.
Indeed.
I think you need to be mindful of what item quality you want to craft with. Three conversations, yes, confirmed. Credos having max quests based on tier always seemed like a good idea. Yeah. Make Credo more deterministic, grindable, rather than luck, region, resource seeking. Yes. This guy is cooking. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wounds that allow you to sort of spec into a job, like nettle burns giving survival. I think certain wounds should be changed to do that too, like bee sting giving farming and Kohler's cough giving masonry. Yeah, well,
Not sure what kind of incentives that encourages, but it's mildly interesting.
yeah, exactly. Wouldn't ever craft anything without the Kohler's cough applied. At least let archery scale with character attributes.
I mean, it supposedly does. But, well, I mean, not damage, I guess, but.
Yeah, hot air balloons is a fun one. With character values.
Yeah, that sounds great. Just taking the hot air balloon over the walls or over the palisades.
Craftable from lamp stalks. I'll write that down. Streamer mode toggle. What would it actually toggle though? Would it just hide the mini map?
I mean, you can already hide the minimap if that's the only issue.
Let me spit on people I kill in PvP. Voluntary engagement of the pissing animation. What about adding sandwiches that can be made with sausages or meat? Making hot dogs would be a lot of fun, where you just take a variable bread and then a variable wurst type, and yeah, for sure. Soups, seasonal flooding. New guilding system feels punishing for making better tier equipment.
It does.
Yeah, it may be that the higher slots, like the rescue chance decreases, so you're actually kind of incentivized, the thing we talked about before.
Yeah, sure, but it should still be better.
So,
imagine.
no, because right now, I mean, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
Item stacking to wicker picker, that's a good one.
Yeah, but we also know why this is an issue already.
Yes. Variable materials for house walls, that's a good one.
House walls? Oh, right, indeed, right you are.
And floors, yes. It would actually be cool if you could add just like wooden plank paving as well.
Yeah, we've discussed this.
Yes. Give orcas their summon wave attack to ranged killboat. Yes. Summon wave attack to orcas. Better textures, their ass. Well, I've been saying wooden paving for years, 15 years. Well, Maze Elven, maybe 2026 is finally your year. Done. More items need to be stackable, like starfish, cave louse legs, flotsam, etc. Tons of items still needed. I fixed starfish this very patch, sir. You clearly haven't read patch notes.
You haven't even read the patch notes.
Exactly. I'm going to flip this back on you. Post patch notes, do they read them? No, of course they do not.
What am I to do?
Exactly. Cave louse legs was a good one. Louse legs, flotsam. And maybe petrified seashells as well. I mean, if they are a rock, it would only make sense that they are stackable, because rocks are stackable. And there we go. Can we have trash fishing back? Trash fishing never left. So that's the thing, but we did some changes to it.
Perhaps he's referring. We still haven't fixed that. In fact, we happened to split between cave levels. I guess he's referring to. Other than that, trash fishing shouldn't be gone.
Oh, stackable roots and rust.
Perhaps trash fishing has become less of a thing now that you don't drop things in shallow water. Not sure about that.
Yeah. Did you really add the shoulder backpack for really sure? Yes, Binus Forg, I did, but you probably need to learn backpack. So I added an input type to backpack, and you must have seen backpack in order to craft the extension. So you need to go craft yourself a new backpack, and then you should see it. So that's cool.
Right, because backpack itself is a new type, right?
Yes, exactly. So you need to craft a new backpack, and you should be golden. All right, I think we've gone a few minutes over time, but I'm happy with that. This was fun. As usual, we should do this more often. It's always fun when we do, and I thought there was a really nice turnout here, a really good crowd.
Indeed.
Chat was moving faster than I could read it at times, so that was nice. We saw some
Perhaps skill issue, but
skill issue to be sure. Everything is, but we saw some cool bases, and we pushed a patch, and that's nice. So, yeah, 2025 was not the banger year it should have been, but
verily.
it is what it is, and we're moving on to 2026. And so we're going to take a few weeks off for the holidays, in before all the jokes about back 2027. And then we're going to be back at it at the beginning of next year. And we have every
Beginning
intention.
of 2028, right?
Yeah, exactly confirmed
Yes.
for 2028.
Yes.
So I wish you the best of holidays to you and you all. A very Merry Christmas.
And also a Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year. And I wish that you all remember the reason for the season, namely our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who died upon the cross for y'all's sins and mine. So we should be grateful for that and recall that and put that really at front and center of the season. It's not about gifts and food. So, yeah, with that, I think this was fun. And,
and thank you all for playing.
Thank you all for playing and for all the support that we've gotten over the year. And I hope that you enjoy World 16.1 and that you have a good one with that and with the new year and everything. So our blessings to all of you.
Yes.
And to all of viewers, and thank you for this. And we shall try to be better in the next year. I hope we all can be, and we do try to listen. I realize that we fumble around a lot, but there's a part of us at least that wants to listen and wants to understand the game that we ourselves built. And the struggle is real sometimes, and blah 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 blah. Have a really good one, guys. This was a lot of fun. Catch you on the flip side, and
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all. Have a good one. Toodles.